Here is outskirts of Toyota, and that's the Matsui Line overpass, their local railroad, and a garden of people in the houses. And this is buyer apartment. Big fields of rice paddies. And that there in the distance is our apartment that we are staying in. That's one of their bridges here. And that's the style of the roofs. This here is another view of the rice fields. And here's a look at one of their river ravines. It looks like it's all overrun with what looks like kiwi leaves, but I haven't seen any of the fruits. And here's another look to the town of Toyota. There's the houses we are working on right there. Here's a closer look at what I think is a kiwis, and here's one of the traditional Japanese houses. I really enjoy the looks of the roof details they give. And here's the mini mart by our building site that we buy our breakfasts and lunches at. This here are the houses that we are working in. Got 4 in front, and they'll be doing 3 in the rear. Oh, this is a house I'm helping to build since I got here. To put the walls and kind of putting the decking on the upper floor today, and plates and walls and so on and so forth, and all the information about the builder, the architect, the owner, the building permit, and etc. are all listed on this little sign right here. And I'm not sure what that one is, but this is a view of the one that got decked today, and the view of the rest of the houses down. Here's something interesting. I don't know, gourds or melons hanging oh, about the size of a, oh, round of a football and the length of a football, but and what type of squash those things are. There's some interesting flowers that look like ice plants that I see every now and then. And there's one of those old style houses here. And here's one just in the processes of being built. Another view of the house. There, I believe it's probably the front door. And as you go in the entryway, this is the room that you take off your shoes in. And you walk around in your bare feet around, and stocking feet around the house. This here would be their kitchen. As you can tell, they are quite small. Maybe 10 feet long by 8 feet wide. I think that also might be a kitchen, I'm not sure. It could be a duplex for 2 families. Right here in the foreground is the wallpaper, and the ceiling in there is wallpapered, and quite often all walls seem to be wallpapered. This room has a lovely knot-free, looks like a fir or cedar, fir or pine ceiling in it, and really nice. This here is one of their bathrooms. Really small tubs, about maybe 3 feet long, but these are all one-pieced units. This here is probably their living room, or I'm not sure what sort of the house it is, but it also has a bunch of nice woodwork like the other room had. Clear wood. There's even a cabinet. It's even have beautiful wood in them. And their ceiling here looks almost like bamboo with, lattice, which goes down the length of the room. There's a better view of it. But it's interesting looking at such the competition that we're working with here, that it's surprising. This is just a look at their soffit of the, just the grain, and no knots in the wood, which knots, I think, are said to disturb the flow of, I forget what, flow of relaxation or something. But this is back to the entryway again. This here is some of the roads here in Tokyo. That's like the Albertson store up there. Notice they're driving on the wrong side of the road. And there's a sushi bar for this area. They got some interesting looking cars around here too. Here's a funny looking car. It looks like a cross between a Volkswagen and a Honda, but it happens to be a Mitsubishi. And there's the name of the thing. And here's another interesting car. It's a Sereno. Looks like a Real mini minivan. And this here is a Daihatsu Opti. This here is their kind of the fresh produce market. Asian pears. And grapes. Peaches and pineapples. Here's some of the grapes here, about the size of a small plum. Some mushroom plants you buy and take home and grow your own mushrooms. Watermelons, cabbage. Some tomatoes. What looks like yams. And the guy reminds me of the Pike Street Market. Now he stopped talking. Here I am, about a quarter of the way to the job site from my second apartment, and I ride through these rice paddy fields every morning, and it's a peaceful ride. And there's the bridge I cross every morning to the other side, and can't see the job site from here. It's the other side of the hill, but I would guess it would be straight over there. This is a view from the top of the bridge, and there you can see a fisherman. He has like a 24-foot pole that he just has a string, 24-foot string attached to it, that he catches a fish, lifts the pole, and the fish comes right to him, no reel or anything. This is a view of Toyota. And our job site is right there at, looks like orange thing is. That might be our neighboring job site just down the road from us. And that gets more into the downtown area. It's basically a big long strip. Toyota, many Toyota sales and car lots here. And there is the basic downtown core. And there's another one of the bridges over there. This is rice grass, which they set up and dry for tatami mats, which I'll show later. They're about 2 inches thick and are used in one room of the house, which is part of a tradition that all houses must have tatami mats. This rice field is about ready to get harvested. Yeah, it's yellow. There's one that's just been harvested, and one is growing back with stuff's like weeds that doesn't die. You chop top off it and just resprouts new rice plants. And there's some more it's harvested and growing up. It's Sunday morning and I came across a float, which is, as you can see, I don't know what type it is, but it has some long ropes and is going to be pulled by, quite a few people, because it's probably going to carry about 20 people in it. And there's some good old firecrackers. Across the street from my first apartment in a garden, I found what a pomegranate tree looks like. Real small leaves. And see, next door to a fig. And those, I don't know what they are. They turn red like a tomato, but I don't know what type of fruit they are. This here is house number 2, which is the first to get finished. This is the kitchen, dining room. That there is the tatami room. And right down here is the hardwood floors, which we are putting in. All got little V grooves all over it, so you can imagine what type of problem it'd be to sweep up unless you had a fine bristle broom. This here is their bathroom. It has the shower bathtub in it as such. The only shower room in the house. And that's how small their bathtubs are. It's only like 5 feet for this one. It's a little bit bigger than ours. Their showers are all handheld, and it's different over here. This is a hallway to the front door. That's a bathroom with a toilet in it. I'm not sure if that one with the tub gets one or not. Front door, stairwell, of course. Upstairs bathroom, which not much more than the throne room. Bedroom 1. 2. which I think this is going to be a master bedroom, has the balcony on it, and the only room with a vault in this whole project. That is house number 7, 6, and 5 there. That there is Greg. These here are the tatami mats that are made from rice stalks, and as you can see, they're finely stitched. All uniform. There's my toe compared to them. And there's a side view of them. That's, like I said, about 2 inches thick. Very stiff mat. This is what our finished house looks like. That's number 1. Number 5 back there being framed on. That's number 2, which is all sided and its wallpaper is in there now. 3, which just has tar paper and is getting taped right now. And 4, which is sheetrocked but needs to get taped. And we still have 2 behind, which just have the first floor. That's Kevin up there in the roof. And there's the...
Are we having fun yet?
Trying to. And there's number 6. And this is our fine Swedish carpenter. Not a Finnish one, but a Swedish one. Hard at work. Finished bathroom in this house, number 1. This is upstairs, the 1 vaulted room, and number 2. The wallpaper's up, and try and get a close up of the... can't get too close. Little seagulls and a flower print on the ceilings. And this other room has like a hand brocade type finish wallpaper, and I can't, it's the light flower print in the ceiling, but I don't think it'll come through. And this is the back side of 1, 2, 3, and 4, and many blue tarps around here. And there's still number 7. And this is my 2 more days to go. This here is in Dodgy Street, if I'm pronouncing it right. A kind of a covered open air market of a bunch of small shops. Clothes, food, liquor. So this hill, by the way, this is in Nagoya. My first day of the vacation is set. It goes that way for a distance, and that way just about 1 block only though. This is standing at the entrance of the Nagoya Castle compound. And sounds like some British are here visiting. This is the official style of the figurines of the Nagoya Castle. And here's a look at some of the other stuff they have in display cases. Eating utensils, teacups, I guess food things. A fan collection. Lanterns. Here's their vase collection. I would assume that's a man's kimono. Display on candles. And one of my favorite things, a cannon, probably to defend a fortress in past years. And here's a interesting sort of rain gutter in the downspout. Just interlinked items will just drip like holes in the bottom of cups dripping down each other. An interesting way of keeping the trees up is prop them. Seeing a lot of those. Here's the moat around the infamous castle, which I haven't been up to yet. Which I've noticed has, oh, I believe carp in it. Try zooming in on one. There they are. This is the entry into the castle. Here's a better look at that dragon, or whatever it is. And here's the, I believe, the king's coach that he used to ride in, or a representation. And people filled it with a bunch of yen. This is a picture of the lay of the land, probably back when this was actual castle with a king in it. And picture of the house. And this was Bamara's palace with a copper roof on it. There's the plans of it, if you could read chicken scratch. This is one of the buildings in the Osu Canon temple. various Buddhas. Battery went dead there for a moment. And that's all of them. Don't know what the difference between the 8 different ones are, but someone could probably tell me. Kind of like 42 hands in that one. This here is Toyota. Bunch of houses and businesses and houses on top of businesses. That's a glass company that makes the windshields for Toyota and Mazda here. There's our job site where you saw that blue tarp out there. More residential of the Toyota area. Well, I'm in the kimono shop that I thought of giving you guys a gift, and this is about as close as I can come as to getting you a kimono.
Do you like
Don't know, but me think very beautiful.
Oh, thank
You have, I've been in, you have excellent display, very good.
Thank you.
And those men kimonos,
これ
the black, hi.
ほら、ミセスフォーマルウェア。これはミセス。
Ah. Oh, and by the way, this is in Hiroshima. Hiroshima? And here's a display of white people in Hiroshima City. And this is another one of those covered malls. and down at that end is Peace Garden. Well, right now I'm at the ground zero for the first atomic bomb. That is the only building, I believe, in the blast that is still standing. And this is in Peace Park. And this is a view from a bridge a short distance away, as you can see. And by the way, there's a big soccer event in the city, so no hotel rooms are available. Sort of like it was when I was with Aunt Emily up towards Boise. Oh, don't have a tour map, but I think this is probably a memorial to maybe the children that got killed during the blast. A lot of origami bird necklaces around at here, and I've also seen them at temples. They do not know what the purpose of them are, though. Here's a close-up picture of them. Beautiful necklaces with paper. But like I said, don't know what they're for. Here's another one, has two lanterns, some of the origami bird necklaces in front of a, looks like a lantern on top of a grassy knoll. Oh, here's a sign that's in front of that grassy knoll. There's another statue. Doesn't have any plaque with English on it, but of a lady standing on what looks like a crescent holding a baby, and a baby blowing a trumpet. Here's a picture of a covered wagon top with a plaque and what might be a casket inside it. And as you go down, a flame burning and the ground zero building in the background. And that is the Peace Park Memorial Building there. This is Hiroshima City before the bombing. Got lights on here so I can't do it very well, and that's the center point that I videoed outside. That's the building, that's the only building that's still standing. And this is what Hiroshima looked like after the blast. some sort of parade. I missed the first car, but had, you know, that was it. Loud music playing from it. I think it's going up to the Nagoya Castle, but maybe not. This is basically what Japan looks like. Oh, much light. What Japan looks like. These are new houses, though. One of those cemeteries. As we get farther south, the roofs change from a black color to a tan color, which I like a little bit better. This is Higashi Honganji Temple, which I'm hoping I'm even pronouncing that word right, because I had to go through about 3 or 4 times talking to someone before I actually even pronounced it correctly. And that's the gate I came in. There's a nice big bill. There, Mother, there's a little hummingbird for you. About the size of a moth. Hard to follow that little guy around. He's so quick. This is just inside the Golden Temple grounds gate. This is the lake in front of the Golden Palace. There it is. Hopefully you can see the detail. It just looks like a Japanese house dipped in gold. This here is a close-up view of it. Can't see much in detail, but that's about all there's to see. There's some fish that are swimming around in this lake. About 16 inches long or a little bit better. This is Tenjoji Temple. This is the inside. I guess it is really a museum. Don't know how this comes out on TV, but This is the other building in here. A bunch of little ones on the bottom. And that's the building I could see about from outside. Oh, probably about 10 stories high. That was the first one I was in. This is the second one. Can't really get a good look at the architecture. I mean, the woodwork, but it is quite amazing of what they're able to do with just regular lumber. And that is the tallest pagoda in Japan. It's the 5-storied pagoda. This here is Nikko. I had problems getting here, so I got here an hour before the place closed. This is a big building on top of the hill. No pictures are allowed inside. There's a bell tower over there, and sort of like the trees we have back at home, told should see, and since I only have one day left, I thought I'd come up here and see this. Oh, this is another bunch of buildings, again kind of color faded because it's getting dark. It's like the trees down in California with like redwoods. Here's one of the gates around here. Well, I never really did get a chance to get into any of the temples but one before they closed because I got up here so late. It's 5 o'clock now, and 5 o'clock is closing time. And that was the one I was going to try and get into, but I couldn't. Have you ever been wondering, this is a Japanese commode. Where you sit, I have no idea. Big apartment complex I came across in my walking around. But, I don't know, 6 big buildings like this. Interesting to see this much concentrated housing in one place. Let's look at some housing just a couple blocks farther down from the last one I was at. Those are real old buildings.